Hey guys, here. So today we're gonna go through a video of what you should do day one of MUT. There's a lot of things going on. There'll be continued tips on this channel. I'll do like a beginner's guide later. I got 22 behind me at the moment since we gotta like pre-prepare and we don't have 23 out at this moment. You can pre-download it right now on Xbox and maybe PlayStation. I haven't even checked. But you can pre-download it, but it's not coming out till like the 15th, 16th. We don't know. 16th for sure for like the All Madden pre-order or EA Access 10-hour trials. That's the 16th. But sometimes if you change your location to New Zealand, you can play it early, like 10 a.m. in the morning or something. But we don't know if that's going to happen this year because they've changed a little bit of how it works. So currently untested, obviously. There's other things that we still got to see, like the player database. So I'll do a video on budget cards once that thing drop. Team builders, we don't know where those are either. But I do want to talk about, so EA Access is only 3 days early, just FYI. We have so many things going on, from like strat items, team captains, rookie premieres. We'll talk about the market, headliners. Obviously there is going to be, pre-order stuff, and what pre-order you got obviously matters, what you get access to when you pre-ordered. It's so stupid. July 22nd was when they put a date. If you pre-order by then, you get an all Madden card. If you didn't by then you don't. It's so stupid. Unless you're a comp guy, and you can say, hey, I don't have my Micah Parsons card, and then Micah Parsons responds to you and says, don't worry, bro, I got you. Dang it. It's better to know people, right? It's who you know, not what you know nowadays. But it is what it is, okay? So if you got 4,600 Madden points, I would generally go ahead and wait on spending those from right away, because every single promo we get like certain deals, and it's maybe best to spend for that. Headliner might have a pretty sweet deal. Headliners are coming out early on. We'll talk about that in a second. But when you go into it, obviously if you have 22, you're gonna want to go and fill out your rookie premieres, and the rookie premieres are some of the best cards released, like flat out through the whole thing. I haven't even done all my rookie premieres because I get lazy and I just outspend my problems in the new game. But overall, depending on how many you do is how many you get. For rookie premieres, and obviously we have some, like, we know what their stats are. You can look back at my last video where we go through and rank them. If you want more long-term value, you get like linemen, right? Because linemen aren't as sexy, I guess. EA's body type is slimmer, and so is the rest of the market, I guess. And so, like, the thick dudes don't get a lot of love in Madden year over year. It's not sexy to release like a legend center that much, where it is sexy to release like a quarterback. And that's, just the name of the game, okay? So if you want long-term, end cats for your premieres, not a bad idea. Otherwise, auctionable ones, there's going to be a lot of sexy auctionable ones this year. Nothing as stand out, I feel like, as last year where we had Kyle Pitts and stuff. So, you can get a variety. There's 32 of them. Just choose what you want in the end. But go take a look at my rookie premiere rankings video. We also have, new things coming out. I think, like, once you log in, you're going to want to just check everything out. Rewards, that's the first thing you should do, is just go through each of the menus and get an overview of what you want to see, of what's going on. Take a look at the new head-to-head stuff. Go ahead. I think sets are really important day one. Because, like, a lot of the things that you can do in the game are only functional by sets, right? You can make a lot of coins off sets. So, like, going through them, see what the input costs are versus what you get out, because everybody's overwhelmed at first. And so, like, there will be profitable sets because people are lazy inherently. And if you're the middleman, if you can convert something into something else and make profit, that's how you make coins, right? It's kind of like dim lighting and cheap fabric, and that's how you move product. So same thing here. Go take a look at the sets day one, and just go take a look at the market of what the set cost is and what they're going for, and like there's tons of profit there. So absolutely look into sets hardcore. We don't know exactly what's gonna be profitable right now, but it is what it is. Rookie premieres here. Obviously we just talked about it. You want to take a look at your field pass. We don't know the player rewards yet of field pass. It says AM for all Madden, so it might tie into like all Madden players, like on his teams, whoever that could be. Madden loves so many guys. Brett Favre in this year's game. I am suing them for malpractice. I probably won't be successful, and I'll probably be buried under a amount of debt the rest of my life for going after EA. But you know what? Hey, all Madden team, competitive rewards, take a look at what you want to focus on. Obviously, you just take a look at, like, you know, you don't want to really like memorize it, but just like go through and obviously look at it. MUT Masters not happening. We got season field pass and stuff, which is the new level rewards. No grind, but there's a similar grind, I guess, for MUT Master, which it is what it is. Headliners, field pass. Let's talk about headliners and stuff, because headliners, I feel like right away are gonna be the best budget cards in the game without a doubt, because core elites, you can only get them through packs, okay? Whereas headliners, generally with promos, you can build through sets, through low cards up to high cards. Now, some of them will be more expensive, obviously, just because of how good they are. But generally, if they're a set, they'll all generally, you know, go down to the same price, because low cards go into high cards, and you can pick any one out of the set. So we'll see, of course. You can also get a lot of this stuff for free. So, like, cards that you want to target, you know, outside of, we'll come back to captains here in a second. Donald Parham, obviously 6'8", tight end with 85 speed. Like, this card's going to be absolutely broke. If you put him out wide with deep out elite, you can just kind of throw the ball up. And we saw in that gameplay. Take a look at my video yesterday for the gameplay. It was psycho, right? Just throw it up and then just stop and then catch it. Now, maybe he won't be able to stop if his agility isn't good enough, but dude, he is such a big target there. And high point passes, like I talked about from the beta, look to be back and very powerful. They might overtake low point passes from 22 as like the degenerative thing, especially if people start running out linebackers, right? Because safeties got nerfed going into 23 against the run. So people might actually run linebackers. In that case, just throw a high point to Parham and boom, you got instant offense the whole time, especially with how the seams looked during that gameplay. Next up, I think a really incredible budget player you're going to see all over the field, at least early on, will be this Farley card with 87 speed. That's one of the fastest speeds in the game right there with like Tyreek Hill and stuff. I also don't think it's a bad idea to get like these decent linemen if you don't get them through Rookie Premier. Obviously, pass block power against defensive tackles is going to be your biggest weakness. But like for an 82 overall, what, under 10K probably? We'll see what the set costs, how much goes into the bigger cards that people are going to want, how much this is in packs too, and headliner packs. There's so many things that go into it. Gold items, I think Stokes will be fast, so he'll be a decent gold item to have. So they're doing a pretty good job getting out cards early on that'll be decent. So also, why I wanted to bring up these two captains in particular, Eric Allen and Keyshawn Johnson, is that they're going to be like very good, if not dominant, early on. The issue is, will they get surpassed like I talked about with rookie premieres as we get a couple more cards? And, you know, captain tokens only come once in a while. So, like, maybe right away, because there generally is a captain exchange set, to my knowledge. We'll have to take a look. And that's one of the things. Look through the sets and stuff and look through the binder early on if there is a captain exchange. If there's not, maybe you got to think about it more. But right away, Keyshawn Johnson and Eric Allen here will probably be the better of the cards to grab. But then if you can exchange him for the fullback, defensive tackle, especially, dude, Sam Adams is up there at D-tackle, it's going to be a great long-term player for you right there. Because, yeah, generally, to what we've seen, the team captain, wide receivers, and CBs fall behind the meta power curve. So, overall, there's a lot of things you want to look into right away. As for the market, right? What happened to rookie premieres as they went like early on? What we saw last year is that they were higher overall last year and there's fewer of them. But they started at a certain place because rookie premieres only ever get populated to us once, okay? They're there and then they're gone. There's no more supply. There's only demand chasing them. And obviously early on, almost nobody has coins. So generally the thought process is cards, especially high-end core like Aaron Donald types, core elites, you get this exact same thing for them. They'll be lowest right away. The problem is you won't have a lot of coins because you got to grind for those coins. So later on, they're going to go up in price. And let me look. Where's the rookie premieres? I'll look at last year's rookie premieres. M22 rookie premiere. None on the auction house right now, so I can't even show them. But they'll start at a price and then potentially creep up a little bit until they get, like, you know, devoured by promos and stuff. Then maybe creep down. So if you are going to get an auctionable one, it's not a bad idea to hang on to it for a little bit. You know, you might as well. But, like, if you sell it within, like, you know, the first week of the game being out, that's a lot of coins. It could potentially be, like, 150, 200,000 coins to sell and get out of your team. And then it's really nice to build speed gold cards for your budget team. Like I talked about, I'll do another video on budget cards once you get the database revealed. So there's a lot of things to look at. Obviously, right away, low elites are going to crash unless it's, like, an insane budget guy. Low elites generally like 82 all the way up to like 84s. 85s will hold about the same for a little bit. 86 is same way. It won't be like until like we get to the 87, 88 core elites that we'll see a little bit of the rise, especially 88s, of like the Aaron Donald types. It really depends on pack odds too. Is it core team items? Where's core elites? Core, oh, it's all the way at the top. No duh. So like these cards ended up, these names, a lot of them again are just repeats, you know, because they're just dominant players overall. Jalen Ramsey specifically. So these cards could very well go up within a couple weeks of launch. The thing is, like, I don't think Jalen Ramsey gets to 90 zone. We talked about looking at strat items and what strat items will give you. If you can get these guys up to 90 zone, that's very impressive and very needed because your players will play so much better at that point. But that's generally what happens to the market due to supply and demand and the coin infusion. Because, like, every day we bring more coins into the economy, okay? So we'll see, and then again, how quickly EA will be dropping content after the Headliners program, and if that will, you know, take away Jalen Ramsey's coin amount, because as we get new corners, obviously the old corners go away. There's a big thing with training too, but generally like the 88s aren't great training value if you go into like reroll and stuff. I know there's a lot of talk about the loss of power-ups this year and how it affects the training market. That's something to be seen. I don't know if it's going to affect it a ton because I do believe by the end of the year, I think a majority of the training ended up getting used into rerolls. And you know, maybe early in the year, that's not as true because people will still, like back in 22, people used it to power up quite a bit, right? That was like one of the main uses, and there wasn't a lot of great rerolls at the start of the year. So the start of the year is still kind of in flux, I feel like, but the end of the year, obviously, we saw if they do bring in a good reroll, training's gonna be super valuable. And that's something that we haven't seen. They haven't told us. You know, we'll see what the store looks like. Obviously, the Gap Pack right away is always powerful. But again, like, we have no clue. They haven't talked about any packs coming. We haven't really seen the store. So that's something I'm definitely going to talk about, like on Market Mondays and stuff this coming year, and what we see with the packs and how the market's reacting. Obviously, re-rolling playbooks have been net positive for the beginning of the year. So, but that's more market-based stuff. I just want to talk about what to do day one on making coins. I think I got to everything I wanted to get to. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Obviously, there's probably some if you're new, but that is it for the video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Use code GUTFOX at Underdog Fantasy. It really helps out the channel. And I will see you guys tomorrow.